quick Salesforce interview fundamentals that'll help you get the inside trick on acing your Salesforce interviews. Now, within the interviews, there's three types of questions: behavioral questions, technical questions, and scenario-based questions. Behavioral questions can start off with most likely, tell me a bit about yourself. And that is where a lot of people fail. Build your uh, tell me about yourself. Number, yeah, there's different ways of explaining uh, your experience. They're just passing the ball on to you, so you would take it. Now, technical questions can vary depending on who's interviewing you. It could be as basic as uh, tell me the difference between profiles and roles, or it could be really with uh, development side. They could ask you to write me an Apex trigger or uh, implement a Lightning Web component on specific function. Or lastly, scenario-based questions. They may ask you questions such as if you're working on a functionality and you're in a deadline, a director shows up and asks you to add another functionality into upcoming release. So do you just drop what you're doing and work on what the director says? And those are scenario-based questions. And how would you tackle that? Uh, this is the sample that I gave is hybrid uh, mixture of behavioral questions and scenario-based questions. So they want to see how you react during uh, unknown circumstances. Now, moving forward, Salesforce architecture and data model. So what you need to be aware of is Salesforce is on multi-tenant architecture. It runs on governor limit, or everything has a governor limit that every company, imagine this, a lot of companies, imagine a building where each apartment is a company that occupies it, and they share same utilities such as electricity, um, water, gas. So they need to be aware of, okay, not to exceed their limits. Um, Also, you need to be aware of entity relationship, or as data model and data scheming, where how one object connects to another object, or how uh, multiple objects connect to other objects. Um, and finally, data importing and exporting. There's a lot of ways of importing and exporting within Salesforce. One of the ways is using MuleSoft. Um, so need to be familiar with that. Now, now, uh, Salesforce securities. You need to be aware of Salesforce securities where there is an access control, record level security, data encryption, audit. Um, so Salesforce allows or also provides various security features such as two-factor authentication, IP restriction, session timeouts, and more. Salesforce is compliant with various industry standards and regulations such as GDPR, HIPAA, SOC 2, and so on. And not only that, need to be familiar with Salesforce automation and workflows. I've included process builders, even though they have moved forward from it. And no, they do not recommend a lot of people to um, even use process builders. You cannot even use process builders, but you need to be familiar with those automation processes and workflows. Process builders, flows, approval process, workflow rules. And moving forward to Salesforce reporting and analytics. Now, Salesforce has its own dashboard designs. Salesforce has its own App Exchange platform where they're able to install applications that would help them with this uh, dashboard designs, forecast builders, or data analytics. Where dashboard design create the dynamic charts and graphs to visualize data trends and track performance. Now, forecast builder could tell you or predict uh, what would be the outcome or the resource based on the recent data and trends. And data analytics discover important insights and trends within Einstein Analytics. And Salesforce community and portals are important thing you need to remember or need to be aware of. Community Builder, Lightning Bolt, Community Cloud. So, um, the tips for succeeding Salesforce implementation and adaptations. Now, once you're in the team, you need to know how to engage with your team. You need to know how to leverage the resources that you have, be able to interact with the teams. Um, and importantly, you need to take it slow. And when you take it slow, you should have a plan of how to async not only your interview, but once you land the offer, how to grow within that company. The first month, 3 months, 6 month, or even after a year. Where would they see you? And we'll wrap this up.